The 23rd of May 1909 was an important date in the Holy Mother's life, for that was the day on which she stepped into her newly built Calcutta residence, generally known as the Udbodhan office. Ever since she began to visit Calcutta in 1888, she was being accommodated either in the houses of devotees or in rented buildings. Evidently, this was inconvenient both to herself and to those who went to see her in increasing numbers. Besides, with the passing of years, her entourage of dependent relatives, devotee companions, and disciple attendants increased in number, making it too inconvenient and expensive for any individual devotee to accommodate. Taking all this into consideration, Swami Saradananda, who had taken up the Holy Mother's charge sometime after Swami Yogananda's demise, raised a loan of about 11,000 rupees and constructed this new building as the Holy Mother's Calcutta House. Towards November 1909, the Swami added another 100 square feet to the compound at a cost of 1,800 rupees, and the building was enlarged to its present size in 1915. It is also called the Udbodhan office because the Udbodhan, the Bengali organ of the Ramakrishna movement, is being published from there since its opening. For the remaining 11 years of her life, the Holy Mother lived in this house whenever she was in Calcutta. The northern hall on the second story of it formed her living room as well as the shrine. She lived in this house along with a few of her inseparable relatives, her monastic followers, and some of Sri Ramakrishna's women disciples who formed her attendants and companions. Whenever the Holy Mother lived in Calcutta at the Udbodhan office, Swami Saradananda met all her expenses. At Jairambati, she herself met the expenses of her household, although Swami Saradananda used to send her remittances now and then when she was in need. Her income consisted of the gifts made by disciples at the time of initiation and of the small contributions made by her intimate devotees. Most of her disciples being students and middle-class men, their contribution was neither large nor very steady, so much so that when Mrs. Olibul, a great American devotee of Swami Vivekananda, began to send her a regular donation of 25 rupees a month, she felt it as a substantial addition to her financial resources. In later days, whenever she stayed at Jairambati, she had to spend nothing less than 100 rupees a month. As a rule, very little of this amount was spent on herself personally. It was used mainly for the entertainment of devotee visitors, whose number came to 10 or 15 at times, for the maintenance of her dependents like Radhu and her mother, and for helping her indigent relatives and co-villagers. Especially in her last years, her expenses increased very much owing to the protracted illness of Radhu.